Orange here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Titan Quest Season 4. We are here on episode number 13 of the series. Do appreciate everybody who's come out. I hope that your guys' time zone, whatever your guys' time zone is most wunderbar. So on the agenda for today, we are going to be making the great push to hopefully finish off the Atlantis side quest campaign. I know I was hoping to do broadcasts ever since last week of doing TQ, but things have been things. Of course, this past Saturday would have been CBS, and Sunday would have been a Midwestern Minecraft mining live stream, but things went on all that stuff. So that, of course, is a thing. I have to take care of myself, but I finally got myself to the point of being able to do the things. So yeah, we'll just do stuff and all that. So one of the things I did try to do off cam, unfortunately, kind of came and bit me in my tree butt, was trying to get some of my sets all sexified, make them super duper sexy. So let me go ahead here and get, it's still stuck on one monitor, but I have been able to get some of my bills set up to where I've got one of them done. I still have some other bills I have to pay, but I can now start doing some serious, more saving money for stuff. So, anywhoozle. Let's see, there's that. There's this. Vault. There we go. All right. So there is that. Okay. All right. So the stuff. So, hey, Danas, what are you doing now, you goof? You are a goof. You have to go get your own coffee. I am having a little bit of whiskey. Just one serving of Stranahan's whiskey. So, you're gonna have to go get your own coffee, dude. Anywho, back to our agenda. So, for Sun Tzu, our Season 4 character, I decided to take a backup, Danas, by the time I send it to you, it'd probably be half, the water would be half evaporated, and it would just taste like absolute garbage. It would taste like absolute garbage. So, anywho, so I made a backup of our Baker Street Sage set that Sun Tzu has been wearing. Oh, Danas, you have no taste in coffee. Tree parents they just love coffee, and they would just go and having to send a flask of half excuse me, half evaporated cask of coffee to you. So, anywho, I went ahead with the forge mode and made up some super sexy stuff with the kit right here, the Baker Street Sage, as well as the Gladiator's Creed. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot that with all the equipment that I put on it, as you can see, it's got some pretty sexy looking stuff on it. I've made it to where I couldn't use any of it. Basically, there was like one, maybe two things out of this whole set that I could use. And I was like, where? Because the level requirements of the equipment. So, it shows, you see, it's, as you can see, like on here on the gloves, you see, if you look down here, if I move my cursor, it'll screw up. But if you go set required player level, second line from the bottom, level 65. So, so yeah, basically, required level 53, level 65. You see, in this whole stuff, I just didn't screwed myself up. So, let's go ahead here. Just going to quickly throw back up intro screen while we wait for the game to load. Oh. And I just remembered. I need to switch over. We're on the come on, tree. Use your words. Use your words. Preferably the sexy words. The wrong screen. The wrong screen for the game. Just a second. Switch on main screen, and of course, because we're in Atlantis, the what's it district, where we have the water what's it effects for YouTube being wonky. I'm going muting game. I'll still hear it on my end, so I should have my stuff. Denise, you were talking about coffee. You know what the greatest thing is? I'm using a coffee mug to drink my whiskey, my Stranahan's whiskey. So, yeah. Yeah, it's that's a thing. Let's see here. We'll just hop back over here to roads, and we need to get ourselves re-equipped with our stuff. So let's go over here to the. Okay, where in the heck did I put them? This is all stuff I had left. I didn't fully transfer over to the. Okay, Houston, we have trouble. I thought. Well, maybe I left him with Swap Central. Did I put him with Swap? Maybe I put him with Swap Central. Knowing me, I am very good at putting stuff in a certain safe spot. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Just a sec, I gotta throw up the break screen to pull up the vault again. And let's see. It's alpha. Okay, transfer quickly. Transfer over our stuff. Fortunately, like I said, this is why I made the backup. See, prior proper planning prevents pitiful poor performance. 7 P's is one of my educators back in elementary school taught me. I thought I had prior properly prepared to prevent piss poor performance. All right. Bring some zoo back up. We will get him. Let's see, we're still muted. Wunderbar. Here I am, just going through shenanigans. Because I am not going through stuff here just absolutely armorless. And all that. The Triton would have obviously just be able to steamroll me. Faster than you can say Poseidon. Alright, so now that we have the more proper, the unmodified Baker Street Sage, so, I've always, thought about how it's a reference to Sherlock Holmes, of course, but also some of the more classic rock music that I'm aware of. The Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty. That's got me kind of thinking about that, with Baker Street. Because Baker Street, to my knowledge, is very famous for having a railroad station as part of it. See, this is why I wanted the I forgot my what's-its. My XP potions. There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Hades. Roads. Let's go get the thing. That was, like I said, this was part of the reason why I wanted to get this super buff stuff, is so that I could have a much easier time dealing with baddies. But like I said, as I tried to wear the stuff, I realized, oh, great. Now there's one thing. I was able to at least get the gold charm right here. At least have it. It's about the only... Wait a minute. Did I... Of course. Of course. Forgot to get the other two, the Gladiator's Creed thing, but we'll just take those guys to help us out. So... We will take a break at some point. We'll probably, preferably if we are close to a rebirth fountain at the time we take a break. Here in about hour 15-ish minutes or so. We'll go and get our ring set. The Gladiator's Creed ring set. Come on, you baddies. I said, partly because, especially now having, of course, I know old what's it, old rant, but um, finally having been through Eternal Embers and all that, even though we were at the time, of course, on a not quite as desirable nature with our old system and all that, the old cores, the old motherboard and RAM and all that I screwed myself out of. Come here, Archer guys. Like I said, I can give the guys who did it an A for effort, but there we go. A for effort, but yes, the inevitable BUTT. I don't think that Eternal Embers was necessarily the best DLC. They should have, the Atlantis DLC, of course, is, somewhat better rated than Eternal Embers overall. But even that kind of, sucks. It kind of, sucks, especially given the ratings for the original game and, of course, for Ragnarok, too. Come on. There we go. But quite honestly, they should have, as I've said, they should have just probably just called it quits with Atlantis and all that in terms of new DLCs, new paid DLCs. They having the got a majestic chest. They should have just done what they did with the patches, patched in, like the the chaos dungeons and all that, just, kind of fix stuff up and all that. Patched in the all the other stuff. Hold on, mollusk turrets. Face my bludgeons of sight. And that's what I was just really hoping is that, oh, hello, Hydrodon. Obviously you... There you go. There you go. I guess part of the reason why I have a slightly higher tolerance of the, as I've said before, undoubtedly, reason I undoubtedly have a higher tolerance of, the Atlantis DLC is because of, the mythos of Atlantis via Plato. And, how, he describes, his highly advanced society and how, its own eventually fell to its own hubris. And of course, we've done, Age of Mythology Retold, and the fun times with those games. Just double checking what I got here. Somebody's shooting at me? No. I just heard noise and whoa, hello, red alert, red alert. So this is why I wanted to do the stuff is have the super sexified version of this stuff, this suit, and all that, the set, blah blah blah. Yep, black spike. Another lag spike. I remember back in February when I went to the tech store and they said, do be careful if you want to go 64 gigs of RAM, and might be just better to do 32. And I was like, I'm going to need the extra RAM is going to be useful for me. So they're like, okay, that's your thing. That's your thing. You got the money, you pay for it. I'm trying to remember for the artisan stuff. She's right over. It's right over here somewhere, I think. Something like that. Or was it right? I don't remember with the lady that does the. I know it's here somewhere. In between the rebirth fountain, between the lower districts portal and the rebirth fountain, we started at over here. Yeah, let's pull up that quest. Set quest, Atlantis. Did I even talk to her? I may not have. Tell you what. Tell you guys what we'll do. Let's get up to this next rebirth fountain. And we will, there we go. Go back here to the outer Atlantis portal. This will allow us two things. First, allow us to get the quest. Secondly, make our lives easier by clearing the way, as it were. Or rather, I should say, re-clearing the way. Not going to worry too much about trying to bash every single baddie. us also to just get a smidge of exploratory, redo some exploratory OCD stuff in transit. See, there's the lady who does the missing pieces. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. So I'm trying to keep an eye on my HUD ride, my map stuff here. No. Move tree, move. Move tree, move. Move tree, move. Move tree, move. And there's the one guy that's got, you know, we clear out his domicile, as it says. No. Gosh darn, I thought... I guess it wasn't. I guess it must be further... Alright. It's obviously farther along than what I... It's like, I'm still not the most familiar with this campaign. Hey, at least we got some, a little bit of refamiliarization. I guess it is farther along. We've already done this campaign however many times that it's been. And obviously I still don't remember freaking everything. Come on, boys. See, even though we're slightly more powerful than those two sacred salamanders we just defeated, you know, it's a case of I want, you know, a decent chunk of strength to be able to deal with all these baddies. As you know, trying to get stuff done is always a thing. As I've said, old rats, but I think they should have just stopped with Atlantis in terms of DLC, paid DLC stuff. Either that, or if they had wanted to make Eternal Embers, should have done it a little bit better. Well, not just barely a little bit, a lot better. So I said A for effort. Oh, by beside yourself there, Petamoy. Yeah, well, guess what? We gotta make a trip and go do a deposit. So, come on. Let's, don't remember where the caravan driver here is. And I'm having a bleh moment. I had a better night at work this past shift, but wasn't fully, well, perfect, so. Yeah, keep that there for now. And put just seeing what potential good loot in terms of rings our Arcanist here has. Alright. Not to buy anything? You bet your britches there, son. Or whatever in Gadir would pass for britches. Alright. To roots. The Patamoy said Twarms. So just quickly checking our Electrum counts. That was the thing, is that I didn't really. Well, I could have pulled up that stuff with Ishtar to see, because undoubtedly, she would be a strength to excuse me, to wear it. See how well how her strength could have done it. Should try this on me, you Patamoy jerk. 2 legs, Patamoy! Let's do that. Hello, more Petamoy. Come here, boils. I see you there. Tacos. Nice try, sons. Oh. Oh, here she is. It's okay. I was thinking about the lady that we have to. Whoa! Hello. Hello. These bloody salamanders with their venom attacks. Okay, well, I was thinking about her a little bit too soon. I was preempting the quest. I was preempting the quest. Oh. Hope if I did that again. Quickly gonna dash ahead here. Rebirth fountain. Safety's sake. Ah! Yes. Our little safety maneuver literally saved our own arse. Our little safety maneuver here. Yeah, shush. We did a thing and literally saved our own arse. Yeah, shush. with a description here. Dense coil, fine wire that has been sheltered from corrosion. See, here's Diaz, whatever, however you say that lady's name there. So what we'll do, I don't want to. Why did I go to Outer Atlantis when I meant to go to freaking Gadir? I just, part of my canopy said go to past portal stuff thingy. Good here. We'll go into yeah, Hormos is not worth it. Yeah, not really. Ghost of the Tinkerer, not really. Said, okay, let's head back here to our next thing. Oh, hello. Thought I'd picked up all the loot. I guess I did. Alright, here's the lady that I was thinking about earlier. It's just like doing stuff in Minecraft. Just doing, like, if you want to make, a very sexy pick, you need all the right stuff. That's, I know that it's this way that we have to go to get the stuff, but we'll quickly go ahead and clear out this little stuff, this area right here, so it's not too much of a detour to finish it out. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of the the three guys that created the seal and all that. I still remember playing back in season 1 how I thought that this area was the would lead on through the thing, and we inadvertently took the actual route that led on through the campaign. And now, of course, this is, of course, a dead-end area. Come on, Mr. Petamoy, dude. Stop being so much of a jerk. Said, I just wish that, I'd done better in terms of equipment selection to be able to have had a better chance of wearing equipment, or actually, just be higher level. All right. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting on that trident. All right. Exploratory OCD area right there. Let's come back here to the Rebirth Fountain. Stoofs. I said, I keep thinking back to Age of Empires 2, the William Wallace learning campaign is, moving into the black area reveals more of the map. Come on, thank you. I was about to say, come on, pick up the treasure tree. Go. Stupid salamanders. Don't you guys try to beat the ever-living sap out of me. Oh, excuse me, but it felt good. So here's one of the failings of Okire, this Tritone's priestess here. She and her few guys right here. It's interesting. Okay. know it's still some distance to the, it's not too terrible a distance, but, whoa, hello. No, still know it's a little bit of a distance, but it's not too, overall, it's not too great of a distance to the, last, quest item we need for the Atlantean craft, side quest. Come on. Thank you. Seeing the zealot there, let's see. Oh. I said I knew it was a little bit of a thing, but overall it wasn't overall a total thing. Seeing the zealots there, that's got me thinking back to what was it, season 2? Sometime in season 2 of Red versus Blue, where the was Sarge. God, I haven't watched Red versus Blue in a long time. Especially the original series, seasons 1 through 5, the Blood Gulch Chronicles. But I think it was sometime in like season 2 that you know, when O'Malley, that is Omega, was doing his thing, and he you know, the Reds and the Blues, you know, at one of these moments of setting aside their differences and all that. There we go. Ferrophilium. Let's quickly explore the cave here. And like I said, it was, I think it was like Sarge and Caboose, as I remember. I said I haven't seen the series, rewatched the series in a long time. But they come up the red and blue squads on whatever map it is. You know, they have they're the zealots. You know, the red and blue zealot teams. Rearranging some stuff here so as that we have a little bit more room for stuff. I remember. I think it was like one of the red team members, as I remember, was going. They was like the last survivor of the thing, and he goes, "GG, man, GG, GG." Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do, in the sense of, for sanity's sake, yes, we are going farther, but yes, the inevitable BUTT. Just to be able to make sure that we can get to where I want to go and be able to make life just a smidge easier. Come on, Tree, you can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Make it, make it, make it. There we go. We made it to the portal. Hooray. There we go. Can now portal back. We can now portal back. Tree is happy. Work smarter, not harder, whenever possible. I know I don't always do it myself, but yes, the inevitable BUTT. At least in this aspect, we can save myself a lot of, well, trouble. Come on, Tree, do your thing. Oh, yeah, we could also do the, what's her face? Draw some of the minions off to the side here. So we can give them their just desserts. It's glitched into the wall. There we go. Come. Get here. We'll worry about that raptor tooth here in a moment, guys. interesting in its own way. Yeah, well, at least trying to find the good magical items I want there, dude. Alright, let's go ahead here. To our run of loot. So part of me really just wishes I could have the super sexy version of this I had made up, but you know. Oh, we got a coral fragment! Yes! I was hoping that one of these guys would cough up a coral fragment. Hooray! You know, I've had the thought last monthish or so for my next Minecraft world, when we finally ever get around to doing it. Maybe doing a little bit of a Greek slant Roman influenced design. Haven't fully made up my mind. Canopy, I really should say it. I'm a tree. Duh. Really haven't fully made up my canopy in that regard. But that would be, in its own way, a little bit of an interesting thing. Said I know I've played, like Caesar 3, Caesar 4, Zeus Poseidon, of the city building series games, and it's like I've had fun with that. So maybe that's why I'm thinking maybe do a little bit of stuff related to that. But that is future tree to decide, or at least try to incorporate some aspects, as it were. That's one of the things that I remember reading somewhere, someone saying is like they didn't come help, and I was like, yeah, kind of right, kind of right. Alright. Now that we have all this shenanigans done, let's go ahead here. As I do a little bit more exploratory OCD-ery. This is, of course, why I mentioned earlier we made the venture all the way to the High District portal. Well, excuse me, but it felt good. Anyway, we just have to portal in. Anything worth hooting about? Oh. Yeah. Not really worth a darn on that ring with the intel and all that. Alright. Let's head out back to our portal stone here. Level up, level up, level up. Of course, we got the Atlantean Artifice. Love that. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Do Sacred Rage and Threatening Power. That way we can have a little bit of additional stuff there. Let us now come over here to, let's see here. We'll do, we've had a little bit of health issues or near health issues this go around. So we'll put some health points to our health here so we have a little bit better stuff. And finally, now that we have made our side quest here, 2 side quests here done, we'll just head back to our inner Atlantis, the High District portal. Register at the Rebirth Fountain. We'll be able to, hopefully, knock on wood, should be able to finish off the campaign the way things are looking. So, hooray! Oh. Go get all those serpentoids taken care of. See what time And here in about 20, about 20-ish, 15 to 20-ish minutes, we are going to take a break. That way I can make sure to give a stretching to my roots. And all that jazz. Oh. I'll hold on to that. That's an interesting one. Oh, what's the Spear of Mayhem? Interesting. Interesting. Come on, boys. Play nice. Oh, wait. It's your job not to play nice. Yes. On all of you, though. On all of you. We got our last person here. Come here, boy. Come here, you bad, bad boy. You got yourself glitched up there, which means I have the advantage. Gosh darn it. Now. Or hit our K button and we will go back to the rebirth fountain and we will boom. Get ourselves strategically freed from trap. Stupid, bad, frickin'. Ooh, I forgot loot. Me and my frickin' exploratory OCD. Hello, boys! Of course, I go and get myself trapped again! Fortunately, we can fix it! Yay! Gosh. Alright. Get to the next. We'll see where we are at the next rebirth fountain, and we'll go from there in terms of stuff. You know, seeing the Vanguard guys right here, that's kind of got me thinking about when I was with the Tree Scouts and all that. When we went to one unit I was with, and we went to Yellowstone. That just kind of brings back memories, you know. First time that I ever got to go to Denver, and of course, you know, I was, just a part of the, passenger, all the way. Come on, dude. Stop being jerks. Methinks that trying to go back to Yellowstone would be by myself or maybe with Tree Family or some part of Tree Family would be a little bit pushing it, especially financially speaking. And I know that this past trip to uh, month and a half ago, 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago now, back to Denver was a little bit of a push for me financially, trying to go all the way to Yellowstone and back. Even recreating, oh, whoa, hello. Hello. Don't forget the loot. Even recreating even just part of the trip would be a huge pain in the arse in its own way. I'd have to do a lot of research and a lot of prep work for that. We had to do a decent, for that trip, we had to do a decent amount of fundraising for, to be able to afford the trip. Like I said, it was originally the Scoutmaster. Of course, he was an attorney. It was the way things were, of course, at the time. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, let's go a little bit farther. We'll go to the next rebirth fountain, and then that will be our moment where we can go take our break. Your hoplite guardian. But yeah, it's just originally was going to be the Scoutmaster's trip for the Tree Scout unit I was in, and but it eventually morphed into the troop summer trip. To pay, to pay my own part of my own stuff, and because of course the way things were with summer camp and all that, I was able to, fortunately, was able to pay off the do my stuff and then go on the the trip. Really? Come here, you jerk. Let's see here. Yes, let us see here. Yes, I wish to create another. What's it? Good deal. But, like I said, it was only part of the summer that in between school years, that I was able to do the stuff, you know, here and get the stuff decanted. And yeah, it was totally, you know, worth the expense, and and wait, which buy that back. There. Ah! Trey, you done goof, son. To go through the whole bloody efforts of rebuying all these potions back. But yes, it was, you know, I don't want you back. Fortunately, you know, there we go. There we go. You may have more, but I don't want more. Do I really want to buy that? And yeah, we're not gonna worry too much about that bad boy. I mean, it's interesting. It's what it is. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Not to buy more? Yes. It was one of those things on that trip. I had to be careful on how much I bought, because I know that I knew that you know, trying to bring in, you know, a whole bunch of knickknacks and all that would be a would not necessarily be the most advantageous of positions. And I did buy myself a few things. Don't get me wrong. But the overall experience of the whole thing was worth it. It was an 8-day trip, a Sunday to Sunday, and it was by the time, you know, finally got back to Treelandia and all that, it was like, you know, it was like, you know, for those who have been, you know, on long trips, especially with, you know, on friends and family and all that, or even trips like that with, you know, scouts and all that, tree scouts, and it was like, at times, you know. Come here, dude. At times it was just, ugh. But yeah, it's most of us, you know, by the time we finally got home here to Treelandia, it's like everybody was tired. We all had a good time. It was worth the trip. It was worth the trip. And worth the expense and worth the time. And as much as it was in its own way, it was a huge pain in the arse for everybody in some ways. I you know, some of that stuff, you know, in the moment was, you know, a pain, but totally in its own way worth it. I said back in 2024 when I went to Denver of my own accord from work at from Home Depot, of course. You know, it was worth it. There was one of the most awkward moments. Was of course getting to meet Heiss's friend Dusty at the Colorado Rail Museum on the Sunday of that particular trip. And he just smiled, it's like, hey Dusty, I'm Osage Orange, I'm one of Heiss's fans. And he just smiled the way he did, it's like in season 5, episode 1 of the 3/4 show, it's like, as I told Heiss, it's like, take the look on Dusty's face and add to it, a cheeky grin. And he said, oh my God, that's so funny. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, that was one of the more interesting memories of my first trip to Denver. Like I said, the trip for this year was originally, supposed to be more toward out to the east, trying to go out to East Broad Top and that sort of stuff, that general direction, but things did not go as anticipated when Colorado Railroad Museum, of course, announced the visiting DNR GW 315 coming in and all that. Here we go, guys. We're gonna take on our big bad right here, Tiamat. Come on, Tree, do the thing. Come on, you jerk. Stop being a jerk. No, I did not. Come on, attack, Tree. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. said, part of me just really wishes I'd been able to do the stuff, but have the super sexified version of the Baker Street Sage kit we got, but no. Ooh, oh, what in the heck is that? Fidget ring thingy. Ooh. I'm not sure if I've got this guy. I'm not sure if I do have this guy. That will be an interesting thing to see. Yes. So what we'll do. I mean, I am, part of me is of course surprised I managed to make it through the thing here with okay, good. Wunderbar. Double check the time here, guys. Yes. We are at a good pause point, so let's go ahead and do a save here. We're gonna go ahead here and take a break. So yeah, guys, let's everybody go ahead and stand up, stretch, get something to eat, get something to drink, use the restroom, and I'll see y'all here in a few minutes. Okay, guys, Tree is back. Sorry, I had to take a few extra moments there to make sure that I, excuse me, made sure that I was taking care of what I needed to take care of. I did include a link to both Stranahan's and the Colorado Railroad Museum to start a break while I was thinking about it. It's one of these things, just, trying to take care of stuff while you're thinking about it, and I'm not always the best at remembering every single little detail, so let's see here. All right, let's go ahead here. All right. We should be able to, let's go ahead and, should be able to, squeeze in a little bit of voice chat with here with, Kratos here.
Hero, you have done it. I arrived just in time to see the end. What a monster. We knew the cult leaders had some power, but still, who would have thought they would actually be able to summon their dark god? Wait, do you feel that? There is something...
All right. Of course, we have just seen, of course, the Omega Telkine there. We've re-enabled sound protection for YouTube because it's a thing. So, oh, tortured soul. Wunderbar. Wunderbar, wunderbar, wunderbar. Yeah, I just had to take those few extra moments to make sure that, yeah, I need to get off my roots, but at the same time, oh, dumb. There we go. There we go. Got rid of those bad boys. Come on. Give me dust gold. Back for in a sec here. You guys think that you can have ultimate power over me? Whoa, whoa, ooh, ooh. Rare loot. Come on, get. Shut up, you jerk. Yeah, I guess I don't have any more room. pick up the gold there as I was coming in. So, all right, let's go ahead here. We have, of course, loot to process. Something to drink is always good. In this case, some water. Oh, that is why. Or at least that is part of why. Let's see. Torched Soul, Dragon's Blood. Said I need to. Tree, you said you were gonna go do the checks. Get the Gladiator's Creed set, and what do? I get distracted enough that I forget. I'll just have to get it for next episode. Yeah, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Not to spend any more? Yes, that is the right choice. Alright, let's head back here to Inner Atlantis. Look at that, Mr. Chest. Give me the loot, sons! I've seen better. Come on, tree attack. Gosh, guys, you see, I figured this was going to be part of the reason why I knew I would have a hard time trying to do the stream was I'm really starting to suddenly feel tired. Just starting to feel real freaking tired. But we will, of course, soldier on. Oh my god. Okay, now just to prevent some boo-boos, let's quickly head back here to Helos, where we will decant ourselves of our choices. As knowing we're about to take on the Omega Telkine, I would rather give myself a little bit of an advantageous position. Of course, we do have the ability to make all the way through here, but we're going to just save our Electrum. Save the Electrum! Alright, back to Atlantis. Oh, there, Mr. Lictos. Okay, there we go. Hello there, Mr. Omega Telkine. Jerky McJerk face. Will you and your minions just die already, please? There we go. Got this Jerky McJerk face and his posterior defeated. Go ahead and re-enable sound for you guys so we can hear.
Mortal, heed the will of Poseidon. Today a great deed has been done. Evil forces tried to claim Atlantis, but this island is for no one anymore. Neither man nor beast. Only its former inhabitants were to see it, as a reminder of their squandered riches. But at long last, it has once again been a place of noble actions, where nothing but greed and hubris used to reign. So it shall finally be released, and sink into the ocean where it will forever remain hidden from prying eyes. I am eternally thankful for what you have done, traveler. You better leave this place now, lest you sink with it. But my tale ends here. I have played out my part, though long have I waited for it. I am eternally thankful.
All right. You know, in some ways, I'm kind of thinking back to Age of Mythology with Place in My Dreams and all that. Okay. Or, let's see here. Hades. Roads. We want to get base back here. Let's head back over here to OG Greece. We'll go back to Helos. And now that we are out of the acoustic danger zone, I will re-enable game sounds. At the same time, of course, we are now going to re-enable our curses. Come on, tree, you can do this. Gosh darn. Now, one little thing I did have cross my canopy a little bit ago, as we were just after we got back from break, was we'll head here back to Gadir. I had thoughts of let's see, what do I
Got
need
something to store?
deposit?
Something interesting?
Yeah, we don't need the crystals here. There.
You will find everything just like you left it. Yes?
Let's quickly decant ourselves of our loot here.
Jesus gave you.
Still some purple in store. Looks good on you.
Of course my armor looks good on me,
goods
son.
across the Mediterranean. Don't worry.
let's quickly come over here to.
Welcome, traveler. I am what you would call a transmuter. If you seek the thrill of the betting game, I can provide. For a coin, of course. Good luck.
Out of 11 million
It's all or nothing. You'll be
gold
back.
spent, we only got one blue thing, a
Sturdy
wizard's
chests
hat.
made from our famous cypress wood. Mind if I make a sketch of these in my journal?
Let's go ahead and quickly.
You have no more room.
I call Donkey Dung. I call Donkey Dung. Let's go ahead and do a quick decant of
Another
loot.
one.
Show me the money. We can at least recover some of our money.
I have more.
Yeah, you have more gold, which I'm gonna need there, son.
Come back anytime. Don't be a stranger. We're always open. You'll be back. We're always open.
Of course you're always open. How else do you expect to make all the money you want, / need? Alright. Let's go ahead here.
Jesus guide you.
Coming here, this wagon held 2 steers of cedar planks. Thank you.
Alright. Let's head back. There. Let us head back here to Hades. There we go. Tree, use your stuff. Just a sec, guys. I am in need of a quick little trip to the little trees room. Just a sec, guys.
See for yourself. Karkinosi swarm the beach. I'm not going back out there until I know it is safe. I do not care how much Proteus curses us. Talk to him if you want. I am not in charge, I tell you.
Crabs the size of boats have come up on the beach. One of them took off Dimitri's foot at the ankle. And now these layabouts sit here instead of hauling nets. We'd manage somehow, if it weren't for that huge one. Do you see it? I swear it is... The entire village will feast on crab legs in your honor. We don't have much, but take this with our thanks. The catch should be plentiful today, after so long without fishing. Soon I will stand...
Thank you. I only hope those crabs have not damaged our boat.
You there! We could use your help.
We must light the beacon to tell merchant ships that the harbor is safe once again. Every time we start to light it, we are swarmed with undead. If you can lend a hand, say so. We could use your help. Wonderful. Take this strapping young lad. He will carry the... It is a new day. It is only a matter of time. Beacon shines for all to see. Now we will once again be a center of industry and commerce. I see a new golden age for the entire island, all because of one hero and a young man with a torch. Already I see sails on the horizon.
Arcane arts are no more than remembering secrets that you once knew. Find strength within. Store your goods? A real hero! My caravan! Farewell.
Now the people of Dematria may return to Dematria will soon thrive again. All
How could you pass up such a staff as this? Oh, have you... Oh, you're done?
Fine arms, firm armor, fit for the Emperor's guard. Long life.
I just realized, guys, I thought I had unmuted so I've been doing all this stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I do appreciate everybody who's come out. Sorry for having Mike muted and all that, and blah 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 blah. I've been talking to myself, etc., etc., etc. We're gonna go ahead and do a raid. So, yeah, do appreciate everybody who has come out, and I hope to catch y'all in the next episode. Ta-ta for now.